Jim Holley, Supercross Live on supercrossonline.com, here on the track walk in St. Louis. But most importantly, I'm here with the two-time Arenacross champion, Tyler Bowers. Another one under your belt.
Yeah, you know, it was a rough year for me, really. It was a lot of work. They made me earn it this year. I got docked 22 points at the beginning of the year and had a few crashes during the year, just dealing with injuries. So I earned it this year, and I'm pretty proud of winning that, and I'm just ready to race Supercross now. Something
else they made you earn, they changed the rules. You weren't on a 450 all year, you were on a lights bike, and now you find yourself in Supercross on a lights bike. Talk a bit about the differences.
Yeah, you know, they switched to a 250F only 1 year in Arenacross, and they decided that was a bad decision, so I went back to 450, and then they decided to change their mind again. So, you know, the first couple of years I did Arenacross, I was on a 450, and coming into this year, they decided to go to a 250F, and me, one of the heaviest guys on a dirt bike at all, you know, that was a little bit of a battle. But, you know, I had to lean out, just a little bit extra work for me. Rode the 250F, and I got a great bike behind me. You know, the team Babbitt's Monster Energy, Amsoil, Kawasaki put a good show for me for Arenacross this year. Tom Morgan was doing our motors, so they were just rocket ships. And you know, I just got a lot of faith in my bike, a lot of confidence, and I'm ready to get out here and kick some butt.
Let me ask you this: what do you prefer in Arenacross, a lights bike or a 450? What's harder and what's easier to ride on Arenacross?
Man, I can get either going fast, really. It's just a matter of momentum. You know, I can get the 250F moving good, and it's fun to ride because for me, it'd be like somebody riding a two-stroke. You know, they just pin it everywhere. And for a 250F, for me, I can muscle the thing around and do whatever I want. But there's times when somebody, you know, block past you in a turn or something like that, and the little guys are able to just pin it and triple out of the turn, and then I got to scrub the double and then scrub again and try to keep up from there. So it's a little bit harder for me for the starts and just try to keep it moving around the track. But all in all, it's fun. It's dirt bike racing, and it's not like I don't know how to ride a 250F. It's a dirt bike too. So, you know, it's been a fun year.
Something else with the scheduling with the Arenacross Championship, you're done a little bit earlier this year, because I remember last year I saw you in Seattle, but now you're here in St. Louis.
Yeah, they started us early this year. We started back in November, and we did a couple rounds that were spread apart by, you know, 2-3 weeks, and I didn't really like that setup very much. But once we got into the schedule, once the new year started, we're every weekend pounding it out. You know, we're done. Last weekend in Minneapolis was our final round, and I went into Reno the week before, actually 24 points ahead, trying to wrap it up early so I can go to my favorite race of all time, Atlanta Supercross. But, you know, I was only 24 up, so I couldn't skip the last round and go to Atlanta. So, you know, I'm here in St. Louis, which is a great place. It's been good to me in the past, and I'm just ready to have some good racing.
It's been a long time since you've been on a lights bike in Supercross. I mean, I got to go back a few years. What are you expecting to come out of St. Louis with tonight?
You know, I think it'll be good. Honestly, first time I did Supercross at all, I went to Atlanta on a lights bike for Yamaha of Troy, and I got 5th there, but I was largely overshadowed by Trey Kennard winning the thing, you know, then winning the championship. So, you know, hats off to Trey, he was killing it, but, you know, I was the next rookie that was doing good. So, you know, I know how to ride a 250F. I was heavy then, I'm heavy now. I'll push the thing around the track and get it figured out. I think this weekend will be good. This is kind of my generation I grew up with. You know, I'm 20 years old, and sometimes it's a little weird going into a turn with Kevin Windham, the guy you know watch on TV when you're 6 years old, and thinking, hey, you know, I might have to block past this guy in this turn and then try to get away from him. So I think, you know, riding with the Barshes and the guys like that, the guys I kind of grew up with, like Durham, I think it'll be fun.